One thing that this year taught me spiritually and leadership wise is that you can't force somebody to see past their ego, and you can't force somebody to see their potential if they are unwilling to tap into that potential. And it came also with a lot of realization of how I may try to control certain things, including certain narratives that I may see. When you're spiritual and you see things, like as a psychic, as a medium, or simply as a spiritual being that is really in tune with their intuition, you see beyond the veil, right? Like you see beyond their masks, you see beyond the ego, beyond the limitations of a lot of people. And when you have people in your life that you know that they can become better, and you know that they are choosing a path of inauthenticity and of misalignment, like you can see it, the hardest thing is to walk away. The hardest thing is to look at that person and to say, that person that I'm looking at and that is looking back at me is not the person that I am seeing in the astral, is not the person that can follow me in authenticity and in alignment. And it's hard when you have that attachment or when you have that love for that person, because you know that there is potential. You know that eventually they're going to get there, but it's just that you cannot wait for them to realize what their potential is, and you cannot wait for them to see what they are able to do spiritually wise, alignment wise, authenticity wise. And then at the same time, you stagnate your own path waiting for them to realize. And oftentimes when you do that, by you stopping your path, like you're not moving forward to be able to teach them, a dog. But yeah, by you stopping your path to be able to help them come with you, although it is commendable and it is beautiful and you understand why you're doing that, and there might not even be resentment inside of you for stopping your path, because you're doing that from unconditional love, because you see things, you understand from an unconditional love and unconditional compassion and empathy way, you understand why you're doing that. That other person can end up having resentment towards you because you are pressing them and you are pressuring them to speed up their own healing process. And although you may have good intentions, if that person is not willing and is not ready to become the version of themselves that you know they are able to become in their highest version, that you see in the highest timeline, if they are not ready to become that person, you have to let them go. And that is the biggest act of love that you could ever give them, because you no longer pressure them and you no longer try to control their narrative. You just let them go. And that was the hardest lesson for me with a lot of things, whether that is from like online, with clients, with friends, with everything. It's like, it's not easy, because you know, as a being, as a spiritual being, you know